that on. Can't clip this onto you. It doesn't attach.
Okay.
Okay.
We are slightly in uniform.
We are in uniform, but that's okay. Laura has returned.
I'm back. And we're back to do a mid-year freak-out tag. Ah!
Okay, well, I mean, we're just going to go through the tag.
Yeah.
And I know, tag videos, they're good fun.
They are good fun. And some of our friends have done great ones
Yes.
recently. Tim Burbage did a great one. So recommend go and check out his. And so has Charlie.
Charlie read a book.
Yeah.
So we're 6 months into 2025.
Yeah.
Which represents a lot of books read.
Yes. Yeah.
In your case, a lot of AO3 read as well.
Don't out me like this. There's nothing wrong with reading AO3. I'm here for you, AO3 people.
Okay, so we got the best book that you've read so far this year.
Yeah.
Number one question. Obviously,
Okay.
it's a big old question.
So the best book I have read this year so far was one that we read for our translated fiction club at the shop. For those of you that are new here, I run a bricks and mortar bookshop in Tunbridge Wells.
And I fiddle about with it.
Yeah, and he sometimes hangs out there. We run 3 book clubs there, one of which is a translated fiction club. And a few months ago, we read a Brazilian novel called Crooked Plough by Itamar Vieira Jr. And it was incredible. Honestly, out of this world brilliant.
What's it? Gonna give us a flavour.
So it follows 2 sisters who live in a community of former slaves who are now kind of indentured servants. One day, these 2 sisters find a knife under their grandmother's bed, and for some reason they feel compelled to, quote, taste its metal. I learned so much about that period of history, about a community that I knew very little about as a British woman that was never educated about that time or place. I just thought it was stunning. The prose was beautiful. I fully recommend it.
It's sort of in the translated fiction, magical realism.
It was
maybe
magical realism,
like
yeah.
Gabriel Garcia Marquez.
Yeah, but it wasn't
kind
so
of thing.
overtly magical realism. I was
Okay.
expecting more. Going into it, it was very much billed as magical realism in the realm of Gabriel Garcia Marquez, but it wasn't as overt as that. It just got its claws in you and wouldn't let go. I couldn't put it down. It was stunning.
Tell you what, I too love the taste of metal.
What was your favourite?
I've brought books to discuss because I think this is so difficult. So Under the Eye of the Big Birds, again, sort of like a magical realism across sci-fi kind of book. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful book. The only reason it's not number 1 is because I read other good books. The Saint of Bright Doors by Chandrasekhara, again, kind of got some magical realism in that, but it's also another sci-fi book, and I've never read anything like this. It's kind of like the vibes almost kind of more important than the plot, which is kind of just like wacky and non sequitur, but I kind of love it. For a more conventional narrative, Once Was Willem, amazing. This is like a medieval Frankenstein, which is great fun. Kind of got a bit of folkish religious horror in there as well. So if you like Between Two Fires, you might also like Once Was Willem.
Okay, but you have to pick one.
Fall of Hyperion.
That's not you. You're such a cheat.
Hyperion, first one I had some issues with, but I knew that it had potential. I was like, okay, there's some of the best sci-fi I've read in this first one, and I'm like, ugh. But it just let itself down at various points. Fall of Hyperion delivers on the promise. I've never read a sci-fi with such scope, apart from maybe Sun Eater, but when you're reading Fall of Hyperion, you kind of get the vibe like, oh, okay, this is where Christopher Rocchio got all his best ideas. It's definitely, Sun Eater is hugely inspired by Hyperion. Not a critique,
Just an observation.
Observation. This is, I mean, you got to read it. If you like sci-fi and you like space opera, you got to read Hyperion. It's a weird, head-melting book, but I loved it. There you go. Best sequel you've read so far this year.
I haven't read any sequels so far this year, so I'm sitting this one out.
Well, I mean, I did just talk about Fall of Hyperion, but I've just talked about that. Opportunity to talk about some other books that I enjoyed.
No, Ross, you're supposed to give one answer.
This doesn't really count because it's not a sequel, but
Don't get...
The Ladies of Grace Adieu, the kind of short story follow-up to Jonathan Strange, was brilliant, but again, not a true sequel. So this is a true sequel, A Drop of Corruption by Robert Jackson Bennett. So the second one in the Din and Anna mysteries, and again, brilliant. I love what Robert Jackson Bennett is doing. Love the blend of mystery and genre. It's just great fun, and the characters are so strong, so well realised. Great mystery, great book. Really loved it.
And also, this is a gorgeous edition. This is from our friends at Inkstone.
We've shown a couple of Inkstone books already today. This one here has some beautiful sprayed edges.
Well done, Inkstone.
Well done, Inkstone.
New releases you haven't read yet but want to.
This is a great question. So I'm going to go first on this one. I'm interpreting this as new releases that have come out that I haven't read yet but want to. So that would include, I guess, some books that will come up later as well. Thinking I want to talk about two again. It's difficult to pick. So Brighter Than Scale, Swifter Than Flame. This is Neon
This
Young's.
does look really good.
This is a new novella from the author of the Tensor series. Neon is so sweet, and I got this in America when we were visiting earlier in the year. Not out in the UK yet. But, I mean, looks great. I mean, a little Tor.com novella.
I love a little Tor.com novella.
Yeah.
They're so expensive. Tor.com, sort it out. Like, this was $21.99.
Dollars. Still.
But, that's so much for a tiny book. What are you doing?
But, I mean, they're great for getting your reading numbers up. Oh. But I am actually genuinely looking forward to reading that. Also, The Names by Florence Knapp. This is completely out of genre for me. It's like a sliding doors, alternative timelines kind of contemporary fiction. So it's like imagining what, like the three different ways that life could have borne out for this woman as she kind of picks the name that she wants to name her child. And Florence is amazing, and she's popped into the shop a few times, and I think she's brilliant. And the book is highly rated by my mum, and anyone who knows my mum knows that's hard.
Yeah,
So,
she's a very discerning woman.
extremely discerning. So I really want to read this, and it is out. So yes.
So I'm interpreting this question to mean new to me, as well as just new. Mm-hmm. So I'm currently halfway through Jade City by Fonda Lee.
Okay.
And I am absolutely loving it. I'm just loving it. Like, I feel like by the end of the year, it will probably have topped Crooked Plough for my best book of the year.
Crooked Wow.
Crooked Wow. I can't believe I haven't read it yet. Because it's one of those series, the Greenbone Saga, that people cite as being, one of the greats of urban fantasy. I am absolutely loving it. It's just so good.
I feel like this is going to come up again in the video at some point.
Probably. It's probably not really in the spirit of the prompt, but I'm choosing to interpret the prompt as new to me.
Hey, we make the rules.
Yeah. So, and technically, I have started it. So
you're basically just answering your own question.
It's great. I'm really enjoying it. Do we have a copy of it somewhere?
Yes, it's below these books that I put to your left here.
Okay. Where's that gone?
I always charge up Laura's side of the table with some books that I know that she wants to talk about. There we go.
Yeah, I'm loving this. This is
I think it's the second print of the American first edition. Anyway. So, most anticipated release for the second half of the year. And actually, this is kind of difficult. We were looking ahead and thinking, like, what really does, we hype people up, but like, do we get hyped ourselves? And that's the question. You go first.
Catabasis.
Okay.
Yeah, R.F. Kuang. I just think it looks great. I really enjoyed the Poppy War. That was really good. I never got around to reading the sequels. If I had, I would have had an answer for the sequel question. Yeah, I just think Catabasis looks really good. It sounds really interesting, but two scholars going into hell to find their dissertation supervisor or something. It's so, like, how do people come up with this stuff?
This is clearly written by someone who spent too long in a university environment.
Yeah, exactly. But it sounds really fun. It's really quirky. Like R.F. Kuang is a really, really good writer.
Can't go wrong with R.F. Kuang.
Anyway, what were your two?
So, naturally, the 7th book of the Sunita sequence, Shadows Upon Time, is due for release this year. And I am dying to know how Hadrian eats that sun, you know? I really want to know. I'm embedded now. This is like a bit of Stockholm syndrome. I want to find out. I need to know. So I'm like, tell me. Also, this one is a bit more personal. Our good friend, Rogba Payne.
Oh, Rogba, we love you.
A Testimony of Blood coming out this month. He has given us a copy. Extremely excited about this book. The Dance of Shadows was just so good and so underrated. And if you haven't picked it up yet, what are you doing? Just I would
do it for us.
Click that video up there. Leave this one. Click that one to find out why you should read The Dance of Shadows. But yes, I actually have started this one, but that's my most anticipated release. I can't wait to just shout from the rooftops about it.
Plus, we love Rogba. And we got Italian food with him last week.
Indeed. In fact, watch out, folks. Something's coming your way soon with Rogba. So, biggest disappointment. Can I go first?
Yeah, go
I want
ahead.
to pivot. This was hard. I actually think Disquiet Gods, the 6th book of the Sunita sequence, was my biggest disappointment of the year so far. It has some interesting ideas, and I think that Christopher Rocchio is writing books he wants to write, and I always support that. I think I wanted this series to be something slightly different, and it's going in a way where I'm like, oh, okay. I don't mind religious themes in books. I think that's kind of cool. I do think that the way that this is currently shaping up is a little bit trite. And there's also like a really weird, like, the concept of like the start of the book. Unfortunately, yes, Disquiet Gods, the more I think about it, the less I like it. And I'm really hoping that he's not fumbling the ball at the very end.
But then your most anticipated is the next one.
I'm anticipating it because I'm also kind of dreading it a little bit, you know? It's a good series, but I'm just in that place where I'm like, oh, I don't know if I like where it's going. Also, I guess the fact that we haven't finished the read-along.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people have been struggling with The Devils. I mean, I've read it twice and I still really like it, but...
I've struggled.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. I don't care. I was desperate to like it. I really was, especially since Galance gave us an arc, and I love Joe. I tried to read it so many times, and I just kept getting to a certain point, and I would put the book down, fully intending to pick it back up, and then find that I would pick something else up instead, and a couple of weeks would pass and I hadn't picked it back up. And I was never actively DNFing it. I was soft DNFing. I don't know what it is about The Devils that just did not click for me.
So this is actually a good question. If you were watching the read-along, would you still like us to continue? Were you enjoying those videos? Will you benefit from more of them? If so, then we can make it happen. It probably just won't be with Laura, it'll probably be with one of our friends. So
Sorry.
If you want us to pick this back up, let us know. We will. You had another disappointment on your list, didn't you?
Yeah, the bloody Hunang Dong bookshop.
Oh.
Worst book I've ever read.
Right, so the biggest surprise.
You Dreamed of Empires
Oh, yes.
by
Alvaro
Enrique.
Enrique.
Another book from our Translated Fiction Club.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible.
It's a great book.
It's an alternate history of the fall of the Aztec Empire.
Yes.
Absolutely incredible. Absolutely amazing.
It's a book that kind of rewards diligent readership.
Yeah, it's not easy prose.
Yeah, because, I mean, you have... He wants dinner, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So you have lots of Nahuatl names, which are quite challenging to pronounce in your head as you're reading it. So you kind of, you almost a bit of like it's almost like a stumbling prosody. Is that the word? That's a word, isn't it? It's a word now. Then you also have he does this thing, the Cormac McCarthy thing, the Sally Rooney thing, where he doesn't put in speech marks, which, I mean, it's a style. I don't love it, but it was a very surprisingly good book.
It was incredible. I really loved it. And it, you know, discussing it at the club, it was interesting. You know, some people loved that it was a bit trippy and weird and felt kind of like you were in a dream haze. But that's the point. That's the point, because that's how the conquistadors felt when they arrived and they were doped up to the gills on magic mushrooms. And, you know, part of the plot is set inside Montezuma's dream. It's supposed to feel like that. It's a narrative choice on the part of Alvaro Enrique. It's just so cleverly done. But yeah, it's literary. You have to go in thinking this isn't going to be an easy read, but it's going to be a fun read. Set aside an afternoon. It's great. And it made for a fantastic book club.
It's a really good book club.
Yeah.
Oversubscribed.
Yeah.
It's great. But for me, it was a surprise in that the reading experience was a surprise. I kind of thought like, oh, this is an interesting point of history. I'm looking forward to reading that. But then the way the book was structured, the way, like, because although, well, as you say, set around the fall of Tenochtitlan. You're being such a troll. Okay, I'm putting him down. Although it's set around the fall of Tenochtitlan, it's actually set like 8 months before. And the fall of Tenochtitlan features, but in a very weird and unexpected way.
Yeah.
So it surprises you all along the way as well. So moving on, we've got favourite new author, which essentially you've answered with the Fond du Lis, because this is new to you, right? So
I'm actually going to say TJ Klune.
Okay, I see where you're going. Yeah.
Not a new author, but new to me.
Yeah.
I'd not read any TJ Klune before this year, and I find his writing delightful.
A sheer delight.
Sheer delight.
Critics say sheer delight. I have put Niveau. So I started reading the Ursula Le Guin 2025 prize shortlist, and the first book I read on that list was The City in Glass, which is a sort of a novella. It's quite a short book. I guess short enough to call it a novella. Again, Tor.com. It's a delightful book. It's honestly beautiful. It's from the perspective of this demon who was kind of like a local deity to this city, but then these angels came across the sea and destroyed the city. And it kind of just deals with her grief of losing this city that was so beloved to her. And then due to reasons, one of the angels is forced to stay behind, and it kind of deals with her way of kind of punishing this angel and the rebuilding of the city. And there's a kind of a sweet kind of romance in there as well.
Aww.
Which was very nice.
That's lovely.
So Niveau, I mean, she's done lots of novellas like this. I think Mammoth at the Gates was nominated last year. So apparently I need to go back and read a bunch of these because they sound fantastic. Okay. So yeah. So moving on, we have newest fictional crush. I suspect this question is intended for romanticy readers, right?
Probably.
But we both have answers.
Yes.
Why don't you tell us your answer, Laura?
I would literally die for Arthur Parnassus.
Yes, coming back to TJ Klune.
I love him.
This is House in the Cerulean Sea,
House
yes.
in the Cerulean Sea. Where is it? And Linus Baker, actually. I just love him. Oh, probably actually more Linus than Arthur. I just want to give him a big cuddle, and I just love them both.
You just want to part his forehead, part his hair, and kiss his
Just
forehead.
give him a little forehead kiss.
Yeah.
I just love. House in the Cerulean Sea was just a joy from start to finish. I shipped them so hard. And you?
I really got on with Atatoshli from You Dreamed of Empires. So Moctezuma's sister/wife.
She was great.
Brilliant character.
Bamf.
Like kind of the only one there who is kind of like
This
just calling things out for what they are.
Yeah.
Bit of a badass.
Yeah. The opening scene of You Dreamed of Empires, the conquistadors are having dinner with Asatoshli and the priests, and one of the priests is garbed in like a cape of flayed human flesh and just absolutely reeks to high heaven. And the conquistadors are trying so hard to like be polite and eat anyway, and one of these conquistadors just can't stomach it. And Asatoshli like gets up and like storms out and says to Montezuma, she's like, Only one of them is smart enough to not want to eat because they stink. I was like, yes.
On the same level, next question, newest favourite character. The other half of that conversation, Moctezuma.
Yeah.
Who is brilliant. He is literally just like, you know, he's just high all the way through the book. And like his callous use of drugs is just like, is hilarious.
Yeah.
But he also is just completely capricious.
Yeah.
You know, he will turn on a dime.
Yeah.
But also is an incredibly deep and complex character. He seems to have more going on in terms of what he wants for his nation than kind of you first expect. I mean, he does do some dirty things, some bad things. Again, but he's interesting, and I'm a sucker for interesting characters.
Yeah.
So which character from the House in the Cerulean Sea was your favourite character this year, Laura?
I'm actually going to shake it up and say Hilo from Jade City, even though I haven't finished it yet. And that might come back and hit me in the face when he does something abhorrent later in the book.
Look, I mean, Moctezuma does abhorrent things all the way through He Dreamed of Empires, so I mean, I think you got a free pass.
Yeah, I just, I know I haven't finished it yet, and I know that this is a trilogy, but Hilo is just, I just think he's great, okay? Don't come at me. I think he's really funny and kind of hot. Maybe he's my new fictional crush.
Ooh, okay. I thought your newest fictional crush was Shane.
Why would you do this to me?
Number 10.
I can't believe you've just outed me. Those who know. I just like sad boys.
Sad boys.
I can fix him.
Number 10, a book that made you cry. Again.
House in the Cerulean Sea. So Ross woke up in the middle of the night to just find me sobbing.
Yes,
in bed.
apologies if you heard this one before, but it's true. It genuinely is true.
Yeah, I was just sitting up in bed sobbing my eyes out. And Ross turns to me and was like, oh my God, what's the matter? I was like, nothing, it's just so beautiful. I just love them so much. What about you?
Mine was...
You're dead inside, you don't cry at books.
Oh, I came close though.
Did you?
Yeah, well actually, no, I have cried. The only time I cried at a book was Terry Pratchett's biography.
Oh, that wasn't this year.
No, that was last year exactly, but the book that came closest to making me cry so far this year, and I think the only reason I didn't cry is because I was on the tube around people, was How
Okay,
High We Go in
yeah.
the Dark by Sequoia Nagamatsu.
Yeah, that's a very sad book.
This is one of the saddest books I've read. In fact, I've read 2 incredibly sad books this year. Also, The Absolutes by Kate Potter, but that didn't make me cry. That just made me depressed. This just got me in the feels.
This was another book club book.
It
This
was.
was for our Better Worlds book club, which is where we use like dystopic and utopic sci-fi to kind of use it as a lens to inspect our own society.
Yeah. So I subjected 10 other people to this. Honestly, it's a beautiful book, stunning book. The end is flawed. Like the end kind of ruins a lot of the rest of the book. The second story, because it's short stories, the second story, I mean, severe content warning, child death, euthanasia. That was extremely sad. Beautiful book. Just, my God. I mean, how do you even come up with something like this? Sequoia, you're a dangerous man. You're a danger to society.
So at my book clubs, I always ask the group at the end, if you had the author with you in the room, would you like to ask them a question? And I don't think you ask that question at yours, do you?
No, because I feel like the answer would probably have been,
What is wrong with you? Are you okay? Do you need a hug?
the other sad book I mentioned, The Absolutes, we actually had Kate come down to do a book club.
True.
At the shop. And so we got to ask her essentially whatever we wanted, you know. And one of the questions I asked her was, because it's a very, very sad book, I was like, how emotional was it for you to write this book? And she just said, oh, no, that's all right. I was all right. That's okay. What?
I think it's just such a nice lady. She's so like together and just normal.
A book that made you happy.
Oh, I'm not going to say House in the Cerulean Sea again. I refuse.
I know what you could pick for this.
What?
Ginza Shihodo Stationery Shop.
Oh, yeah, okay. That's true.
Because you read a lot of cozy fiction this year, right?
I have, yeah.
It's one of your book clubs.
And I also read A Psalm for the Wild Built for that.
Yes.
Okay, let's do that.
I mean, you've also, you've read this before.
Yeah, it's a reread, but I love this book. Yeah,
edition.
I love this book with my whole heart. I've talked about this on the channel many times. It's absolutely beautiful. So it's kind of Becky Chambers' perfect utopia, where your gender expression is whatever you want it to be, where you can change your vocation on a whim. No one's going to judge you for it. And it's a beautiful reflection on the nature of humanity and what humans need. It's stunning. And this was our most subscribed book club ever. I had to run 5 sessions. It was universally adored by every single person that came. I could wax lyrical about this book for hours. I have done, and I will continue to do so. I can't recommend it highly enough. And it just makes me so happy. It spawned a whole subgenre called hope punk, because it paints the possibility of a future where you can live out your best life. That's a book that made me happy.
This punk needs a bit of hope.
Yeah, I do.
The book that made me happy to read was The Outcast Mage by Annabel Campbell. I really enjoyed this. It's such a fun romp, such a fun ride. Really leans into some of those classic fantasy tropes that are just so exciting. The kind of elemental magic. You've got like the kind of magical education system. You've got some really neat kind of archetypal characters. I just thought it was a wonderful book. And
she's a lovely lady too.
Lovely lady. Also, it made me happy that it was good. Because she's so great. I was like, thank God this book is also really good. Okay, we're nearing the sharp end of this video.
Hey.
Most beautiful book you've bought so far this year, or in your case, received.
So for Valentine's Day, we don't do normal Valentine's Day presents. Ross gifted me this beautiful edition of The Poppy War, which is the Harper Voyager special edition with the sprayed edges. And it is just so pretty. And then look at the end papers. It's just gorgeous. Oh, but it's those sprayed edges that really make it. Oh my goodness me.
I have to admit, it was a little bit like Homer buying Marge the bowling ball, and Dragon Republic's out now as well.
Yeah, I'll be expecting that for Valentine's Day next year.
Your birthday's coming up soon.
Yeah, but I don't want that for my birthday.
And you want something bigger?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm more high maintenance than that.
The most beautiful book I bought so far this year is The Expanded Earth by Mikey Please.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, look at that cover. This is extraordinary. And Mikey Please has written also one of my favourite kind of kids books of the year. In fact, yeah, I would say a book that made me happy. The Cafe at the Edge of the Woods.
That's a really good kids book.
It's a great kids book.
Yeah.
Read that at story time all the time. But yes, this is his first kind of adult novel, and it's a thick boy, and the art is beautiful, and it is also illustrated throughout as well.
I don't think we get enough illustrated adults books. We
Agreed.
need to bring them back. Publishers, if you're listening, we want more illustrated books.
We want more pictures.
We want more pictures.
I'm really, really hoping that I enjoy reading this book, because I just think that the whole package is gorgeous.
Yeah.
And I really like, his kids' book. So, in fact, put that down as another book I'm anticipating that this end of this second half of this year that isn't out yet. Mikey Please's new kids' book as well.
Oh, is he doing another one?
Yeah, he's doing another one, Glumfoot.
Ooh.
Glumfoot's origin story.
So Hardy's Books now doing children's books recommendations, despite not having children nor wanting them.
Yeah, no, go to Tim Burbage Reads for that.
Yeah.
honest.
Genuinely, if you want kids recommendations, Tim Burbage Reads. Second time we shouted him out today.
He's a lucky boy.
We love you, Tim.
Final question.
Okay.
You're still with us. Laura, what books do you need to read by the end of the year?
So many. So I'm doing 2 book clubs a month, so at least another 12 books. And then I want to finish the Greenbone saga. I want to read Catabasis. If anyone knows how to pronounce it, please tell me.
We should ask the cat, because it's Catabasis.
How do you pronounce Catabasis? Catabasis, whatever. Now you shut up. I want to continue with the Age of Madness series, because I loved A Little Hatred. So I want to continue with The Trouble with Peace. So I'm looking forward to reading that. I'm also doing a romantasy read along with some girlfriends. We already did Green Teeth by Molly O'Neill, despite that not actually being romantasy. Rachel, which I'll link to down below. It was a really good time. We're doing some other ones. I don't know if I'm going to get my clips in time for the one coming up in July, because I'm supposed to have them in by the 8th of July and it's now the 12th of July and I haven't started the book yet. So you might not see me in this month's one. Sorry. But coming up, I'll be taking part in that.
How does this happen?
I don't like having deadlines. I've always been like this. This is why I was always in detention. What else do I want to read? So much, everything, all the books. There's so much to read. I own a bookshop. I'm surrounded by books constantly. If there's a book in front of me, I want to read it. I want to read Oddbody. That's what I started the other day.
Rose Keating's Oddbody. It looks amazing. I started it at the shop yesterday and it was incredible, even just halfway through the first chapter. But I just want to read all the books. I want to read Dungeon Crawler Carl. I want to continue with Leviathan Wakes, whatever that series is called. The Expanse.
There's so much that I want to read and not enough time in the world to read it all. Next question.
That's the last question.
Well, now you answer it.
A slightly less unhinged answer. So we've already mentioned the names and we've already mentioned Neon Yang. Some other ones, I am informed that I'm going to very much enjoy The Spear Cuts Through Water.
I want to read that as well.
Basically, like, after kind of saying to our friends, like, oh yeah, I really enjoyed The Saint of Bright Doors. Also, like, Inkstone, we're like, oh, you're gonna love this one then. So, yes. And also, I'm becoming less annoyed at second person when I see it. Mostly because I quite enjoyed the 5th season the second time around. So, looking forward to that. Also, on the novella...
I also want to read both of these, just to add to my unhinged list.
These two?
Yeah.
So, Lost Dark Dreaming.
Rebecca Nicole loves this.
C. Davies Ockenbauer. Yeah, again, short one. So, want to add to bump the numbers up. Not just because of numbers. We don't play.
I don't actually track my reading. I have no idea how many books I've read this year.
That's what made this video so difficult to make. Also, The Butcher of the Forest by Primi Mohammed.
I want to read that too.
Folk horror, nominated for numerous awards, and it's so thin. So come on,
you can read that in an afternoon.
Easy. Why don't I read it now?
I'm probably going to read that soon. It looks so good.
Sorry, I'm just going to read this now.
Okay, everyone settle in.
That's good. And some books that weren't released as recently, but I really, really want to read include Anathem by Neil Stevenson.
That's a big book.
That's a big book. Yeah. So,
put it next to Butcher of the Forest. It looks like Primi Mohammed's dad.
This was recommended to us by Kart in our Booktubeversary video.
Yeah.
So, and this is actually a signed copy. This is very cool. Signature. Very cool. Oh, there's this one as well. I almost forgot.
Oh, I don't know if I can be bothered with that.
No, Laura.
Oh, fine. Sorry, Daddy.
The Black Mantle is going to be read by me this year. Definitely. Andrew, that I know I'm taking forever about this. There are so many demands on our time.
There are so many books. We're so busy and it's so hot, Andrew.
I actually have already read about 50 pages of this because I was a failed beta, as a beta reader dropout because I was too busy. But it's great. I mean, I'm really looking forward to continuing with it. So there we go. All right. Okay. Right. There's a lot of books there. Who cares? Right. So join us in the next video. We'll talk about more books. Don't forget.
This was so chaotic. It's currently like 900 degrees. Stay hydrated, stay safe, we love you.
Remember.
Fight turfs.
And remember that in this hot weather, people are not visiting bookshops. So please support us on bookshop.org.
In all seriousness, we've had the worst month since we opened because it's hotter than the devil's arsehole out there.
Yeah.
So support us on bookshop.org if you would like. Anyway, love you all. That was absolute chaos.